who is it? This is this the part belonging to Sarah. To Miss Maria Carcella. Maria Carcella. I'm sorry. Who? How do you know my name? How do you know my name? Oh, well, we got your. Oh, my name is Mr. Calvin. So when I got your name from the index here, it's all right here. All the intel, all the intel on your, all the info on your address, all of it. Okay, are you guys with Sheild? I'll pretend I didn't hear you say that. No, we're just a couple of lost souls like yourselves who have suffered at the hands of the Sheild, just like yourself. You see, this is Mr. My name is Mr. Calvin Seville. This is this young man here. His name is Mr. Morris Tasser, expert hacker, genius. I found him locked up I found him hold up in a deadbeat van guarded by two offshore agents. Honest, he helped me. He's massive hack. He wasn't allowed to get into any kind of any form of technology or computer networks because of his unique abilities. He's basically a genius. Help me crack the Kobe index for me. This guy here, Mr. Malx Boxer, a little high maintenance like myself, super strong, totally really super strong. Really knows how to bring the house stuff. You know what I mean? And according to the index, your name is Mars, aka we also even the name Frenzy because of your unique fingernails you have going on there. That what I see are currently lit up. Hold up. What if Mr. He can help you free your hands from those restraints? Aren't you tired of having to wear those, or is your entire life? What do you want? What I want is that you want to longer have to hide in shame at the hands of Sheild. In shame, no longer have to follow Shield's rules just because you wanted to make yourself stronger, more stronger to protect yourself from those who would hurt you, anyone you care about. That's what Sheild does. They think that they're doing things in good intent, but all they're doing is keeping people like us down, people who are just trying to do what we need to do or to protect ourselves and ones we care about, like myself. So you're offering that to help me, yes. Yes. In exchange, we were hoping that you would join our team. We see we're forming a team up against the bullies known as Sheild. You know, I know it seems well. I know I probably sound like a maniac to you, but a crazy person. But you do actually. You really think you guys are actually considering fighting Sheild? You can't. They're too powerful. Trust me, my dear. If you hear the news, then you should know that Shield's not what they used to be. She has nothing more than a handful of agents. Their new director is more than a door-to-door salesman, and easily defeatable, easily conquerable. And if you help us, I promise you'll never have to hide who you are again. So you say you had to join, but I don't think she's in, Mr. Hyde. Give it a minute. All right. If you can help me free me from these, then we'll see. All right, do your thing. All right. This may pinch a bit, but you'll feel relief after. Trust me. I am free to You can't how long I missed feeling my own hands on my face. It feels so nice. It feels good. How do you feel? Free, liberated. Thank you. Mm, if you think that was breathtaking, wait till we see what else have planned. We see like one more. If you're in, we see him. If you're in, we see we're hurrying on route to find one more person to join our little team of ours. To help us show Shield that they cannot keep they don't have the right to push us around anymore. Anyone who with abilities, whether they enhance themselves or they're born with them. So what do you say? Are you in? I'm in. Not a bad host. Also, I must admit, I didn't picture yourself as a cook. Neither did I, but I must admit, I don't make a good mac and cheese. So I see. So I see. So I'm glad that they're taking this whole new power thing seriously. And I wish that you didn't have to spend the rest of your days cooped up in the bus's brig sector where we keep dangerous people. Well, let's be honest, I am dangerous, Coulson. I'm definitely not the person I used to be. You used to be. Yeah, of course, you're still the same person. You just have something different. You just have something new about yourself. Yeah, apparently I can make things fall apart and cause earthquakes and tear down buildings. Abilities. Look, I promise you, 7 fits to 7 3, anything they can to help make sure that this doesn't have to be a permanent thing. But don't worry, I get it. Besides, I'm the one who first who offered to spend my days in here until besides, and ever since I moved in here, I have been having no overactions. I haven't been causing earthquakes, and look, my heart rate's normal because I'm really following my strategies now, keeping my emotions in check, under mind, and for my tail, my emotions are connected to my powers. So if I keep calm, no earthquake, and this keeps up. If I keep, I can go back and rejoin the field as an actual agent. Yeah, we all hope that, Sky, but here's the thing. First, there's a matter of your powers. We gotta put you through the index. Wow, really? Oh, really not shy. You're not shy with these other things. Are you AC? Okay. Just a standard procedure, and when do any powers, whether they're shield agents or not. And besides, and you know, Sky, you're not the only shield agent we recruited that with abilities. It was true, but you're my first agent that was recruited before I got powers, and I came after I became an agent. All because I was obsessed with finding who I am. If I knew that if searching for my lost parents would lead me to discovering that I have a psychotic father and I'm apparently part of this ancient race of humans with sort of powers, I would have just left alone. But if you didn't, you never would have met. True. True. What's it? If I go through the index, will this change anything? Well, let's take this one step at a time. One step at a time. Someone will come in later with fits to ask you some questions, give you some tempo, and then we'll put you through the index. Through the index. That's how. Understood. Understood. I see. I was way here. Let's see. So Sky has power. So Agent Sky has powers. I must say that's a very interesting turn of events. I assure you, Miss Agent Hill. I assure you, Hill, never saw us coming. I must admit, when Furry told me that recruiting Sky might be a risk, I didn't think it would be this big of a risk. Trust me, Kosa. I'm sure Fury will be surprised at what Sky has become as any of us. But if I only help you and help her and the rest of your team through, it's you. You're a good man, Coulson. Thanks, that means a lot. So how did Sky take the news that they're iron to index, as well as we expect, as well as in fact you do know that that there are certain procedures that Sheild has to follow when dealing with enhanced people posts, and which means she needs to see a psychiatrist. Yeah, here's the thing. Sky has a thing with people with psychiatrists, because and people like Sky usually call them shrinks. Call them shrinks. Shrinks. I can get even though Sheild no longer has access to a different array of psychiatrists as we used to, I'm sure I can find I can get in touch with a few that are still willing to help Sheild. Sheild, that's not necessary. That's not necessary. Hell, I already have someone looking into that already. Let me guess, that agent is May, and she's actually going to reach out. Who I think she's going to reach out. We all know that he is the best person for a job. He's one of our best psychiatrists to help with these other things. Do you really think he'll help? Due to recent, considering that the last time he did business with us, it didn't end on the best of terms. Times have changed. People move on. I'm sure he has forgotten all about that incident. Really, it's hard to forget about things like that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Dr. Yarn, I have a question. What is it, Billy? When during your lecture, when you talked about the frailty of the human mind, about the frailty of the human mind, how it can easily succumb to discriminacy, I mean, was clearly present, dramatized. How that works? I mean, the human mind is not some pure that people easily. All people are easily open to treatment and help. That's the thing. Every person's mind is different, Jace, Billy. It's our job as psychiatrists to help people with mental issues and mental issues or mental health problems, help them through it, as well as being try and trick the human mind into believing that it doesn't need treatment. Like people require certain drugs to help with brain problems. Use certain treatments and verbal trick their minds that they don't really need those treatments. Exactly. The best thing a psychiatrist can do for their patients is to help them so they don't have to worry about taking certain medications that are unnatural to take. Excellent understanding, sir. Sir, I think you can help me go through some. I have some new theories in this field that I think it could really help your class. Sir, are you okay, Dr. Garner? Yes, Billy. Those are an excellent idea. How about? But I don't think now is a good time. How about you drop your notes over at you take up these theories with my secretary, and we'll arrange a time where we can discuss this more. Sir, Dr. Garner. Good man. Now get going on to move to your next class. Yes, sir. Andrew, Melinda, it's been a long time. It has. Can we speak somewhere privately? Yes, my office will do fine. I must admit, I'm surprised. Nothing has changed a bit here. It still looks the same as it did the last time I came by here. I remember back then you were more you were different. You used to spend your free time traveling around my office and dropping off goodies and gift baskets. We even had met here once. Yeah, we did. Look, Andrew. Andrew, 58 days. What? 58 days? That's the number of days that I tried calling you. Ever since Sheild fell, I heard news what happened. I tried calling you, text you, trying to use any sorts of media to find out if you're okay. I even reached out to your parents to see if you're right. And fortunately, unfortunately, they were able to tell me that you managed to survive that little kerfuffle okay, but weren't able to help me get in contact with you because because of your duties as a Shield agent. I would have preferred to hear from you. Look, Andrew, don't Andrew me, May. You know how worried I was. I know things have been easy for us since Bahrain, but still, considering that I'm your ex-husband, I think I think that you would give me some credit in our history, due to our history, that you would be certain enough to let me know you're okay. You know how worried I was when that. I'm sorry. You're right. I should have told you how I was after what happened. But you have to understand, there was a lot going on back then. Shield was divided, broken. Agents were being killed off one by one by Hydra and or arrested by the military. And I had to do what I thought was right back then to ensure Shield's survival. Well, considering the reports of how I've seen of Hydra Shield agent like your friend Coulson pop up on the news, to guarantee the fact that that Shield is still kicking around, I assume. We're not what we used to be, but we're getting by. So why now, Melinda? Why come to me now after all this time? Because we need your help. We have an agent. Her name is Sky. She's one of the best. Yes, and how so? Because I trained her. I see. But recently she developed powers. And I said to sort of Shield protocol, I stopped right there, May. You know I don't help with Shield matters anymore. It's too complicated. And besides, I refuse to keep helping an organization that takes advantage of my skills as a psychiatrist to help with their own pain needs. My days of helping Shield recruit enhanced people for their programs are over. It's too it became too complicated, and for too long I was forced to disregard the moral oath I took as a psychiatrist to help my patients, not to help them, and for the service of others like Shield. This is a different Shield, Shield, Andrew, different from the one that you know of. Coulson's actually the director. Really? Really? I never picked Coulson to be the director type. Well, he's proven himself time and time again that he is eligible for the responsibility. I suppose so. She really needs your help, Andrew. And I want to come to you if it wasn't that important. What it was, you're one of the best. And truth is, I wanted to see you again. See, you know your mother and I still talk sometimes from time to time. Really, not surprised. No, she still hasn't forgiven me for ending things with you. Ending things with you. I bet she hasn't from what I remember of her. Still cooks those mean. Still cooks a great some great dumplings. Still the best. That's good to know. All right, I'll help, but under certain conditions. What I discuss with my patient is strictly between her and me. I decide what and what not to share with Coulson and with the Shield. Any I deem unimportant, I keep to myself and my patient. Understood? Understood. But there's something you should know about Sky. She has a history with such like yourselves. So I want to take a different approach with her from what you need to trust me. And I developed other patients. I know how to handle them. Not like her. She's a special case. I'll be a judge of that. I'll be a judge of that. And we're done. See, Sky, that wasn't so hard, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Whoa. Sorry, that was me. That was me. I guess I'm still need to work on keeping these powers in check. I want to check. Tremors, how you been doing, Sky? Better as I can, I suppose. Look, Jim, I'm sorry. No, it's fine. You had, you have to apologize. I guess. I understand that you and Fitz kept them, want to keep this from me. I have been a little aggressive lately ever since what happened in Guatemala at the Cree Temple. I guess this whole experience as a active Sheild has told me that I shouldn't be so overexcited about when dealing with enhanced people like Donnie, Guild, Creo, or Electro. But it's something wrong with showing your passionate side more often. Not more often. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose. And how's Fitz doing? He's doing it in his own way. I can't believe Postman doing this. Sky is not the enemy. We all know that, Turbo, but at the same time, we cannot. I mean, we all felt and seen what Sky was capable of back there. She can cause an earthquake to bring this whole building down on our heads without even intending to. We gotta make terms. We gotta turn reconnaissance. Well, I think that Sky chose on her own to lock herself up in the brig. Seemed like a good indication that she cares for our safety. I didn't mean like that. It's just that I know what you mean, Mac. I know that you have issues with people with alien mumbo jumbo and all that stuff, but Sky's not like that. Why don't you gotta learn to keep your priorities straight, man? I guess so. I guess so. Hey, Mac, not in the mood. Well, what kind of hit his pants? He's on edge. We all are. I guess, indeed, considering that we're needing a new and improved Sky with earthquake powers. I suppose so. I suppose. I suppose so. So, hey guys, glad I found you. What's up, Trippet? The boss wanted me to pass this. Want us out in the field. We have an assignment. Why? What happened? Sure. Our small warehouse units have sent us reports about them being attacked. Attacked by who? By group of enhanced people. Someone came in and attacked free certain individuals from the index. The index. Hunter, I don't know if you pay attention to anything. You get the index. It's a list of people with powers. Powers. Yes, and some of them are held up in Sheild safe houses for their own protection and others due to their unique nature. And for the last few days, those certain safe houses have been attacked. Really by who? You should see for yourselves. Here's a video camera of some of the prep attacking a Sheild van housing a tech genius named. Hold on, wait, is that Sky's father? Yes, Mr. Hyde himself. Who's he trying to liberate? I took these names. Michael Marstrom, tech genius, can hack it. He's most dangerous hacker of all time. It also said that he's the one who founded the Rising Tide, years ago, but because of his super skills, because his unique skill set, so that he can crack anything. He even once tried to hack his way into a Pentagon, trying to cause nuclear Armageddon. Who sounds like a charming broke. Well, if you think he's fun, wait until you see the other guy. Man, this guy's name is Mammoth Boxer. Well, he used to be. His real name is Gafanjo Moraz. He was the former leader of the most dangerous drug cartel gang of LA, Mexico. His reach, his control of drug trade expanded from LA all the way to Mexico. all the way to from LA to Mexico and Rio. From Rio, it said, and get this, according to the files, he decided to enhance his strength experimental steroids to make him to assure his dominance over the other drug cartels, and to ensure his spirit assert. Although it was wrong, it made him not as smart. Not as smart. Sheild caught him trying to break into a secret military warehouse in Mexico, and held him up in a stockade prison in that same country. And let me guess, the same Mr. Hyde broke him out too. Yes. And the latest and the newest report, and you see news report came in when most three pay a visit to a woman by the name of, her codename is Frenzy. Her name, considering that she called herself that because she permanently attached razor sharp claws to her fingernails to to kill her abusive boyfriend. She used to be an expert doctor in cyber until she went off the rail. And Coulson wants us to track you guys down. We have a few leads, but you have a few leads, and since that you're taking more of an interest, and perhaps we use your newfound skill set. Well, happy to help. Well, happy to help, love. So that's how we get on the road. The bus already, the Quinn is already filled up and ready to go. Ready to go. Let's go then. Director, Trip Hunter, Morse. Is it Morse? Off on your assignment. I see. Yes. What about you? Are you going anywhere? No, just waiting for a friend to come by. Friend. Like he's right now. Dr. Garner, Colson, it's good to see you, old friend. Congratulations on a promotion. Or should I offer you my condolences, considering from what I heard, you actually died for the role. Both is accurate. Both is acceptable and accurate in my current position. Thanks again for coming down. I appreciate it. Well, I almost didn't, but from what you and May told me, it seemed like she really is gonna help. I'm sure May already told you all my conditions. She did, and I assure you, I will meet all the conditions forward. No red tape, none of it. I think it's really not off the books. Good to hear it. So, where is Sky? She's currently held up in the bus, in our secure room under her own request. Under her own request. So she put herself there because she. That's good. That's interesting. No, actually, I said before you enter, I should talk to Sky first. You mean she's not? No one has told her yet that I'm arrived. Close enough, I think I should tell her first, because since I'm her SO. Do you think that she'll be okay with this? I'm sure she will. No, I'm not okay with this. And there's no way I'm gonna talk to some shrink. I don't need a shrink. Sky, you're Sky. This is procedure. This is how things done when dealing with new enhanced people. You're an agent. You've been only it long enough. You know how these things work. Yes, I do. I know from experience. I hate shrinks. They act going good intense, but they keep babying you, thinking that you don't. They keep on babying you, saying things like that. I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm some nonsense like that. The way I'm seeing this shrink. No way. It looks like you expect to return. You expect to remain a shield agent, but you have to go through this. So we can better determine if you're still physically and mentally eligible to be on the field with your path. I don't need a strength. I don't need some strength to tell me what the field will not how I feel. I do not feel. I promise you, this one's different. How? Because I dated him. Okay, so so married him. So okay, so here's what I think. Like I'm thinking May. So here's what I'm thinking. You and May chose for a introvert wedding. I don't really picture May doing a big wedding, even though back then she wasn't who wasn't the way she is now. But so tell me. Honestly, I have to be honest. I'm so surprised that you and May are actually married. Mary, I think, Mary, you're deflecting what you mean. You know I'm here to give you a psyche vow, and you're saying random things to deflect trying to avoid me asking for certain questions. Well, you're a specialist, and what do you think? I think what I think is that you're trying to use sarcasm, trying to use random to high interest in to avoid never conversation of whether or not I will determine if you're meant to be a Sheild agent or not, and you're not. Yet, not. Tell me, Dr. Garner, seeing that you're May's ex-husband, I'm sure you know about what happened about Brain. Do you think you say that is classified? I do not share info like that with other patients. That's my rule. Right? Sorry, yes, I overstepped. You did. Now tell me, now let's talk about you, Sky. How did you felt when you found out that you're actually an inhuman and that you were born with these dormant abilities of yours? Abilities. It must have been scary. It's scary finding out that you have these powers. Powers. I could tell you, or I can, or you can tell me what was it like dating Linda May. Linda May. Sarcasm. That's what you mean. Depends. Do you use sarcasm to hide? Now you see why I don't like strengths. We will. Alright, if you must so, May was totally different back then. She was more fun, spontaneous, adventurous, so everything that made her a great agent back then and now. I met May. I met May a few years ago when she first recruited me to be their chief psychiatrist. She was my escort. When escort in Vermont when we were interviewing a potential enhanced person. When we ended up sharing a room together. We talked. We talked. We chatted when we're not on duty. We talked, chatted, we laughed, and then we fell in love. And apparently even though we were so different from I was more compassionate, more believing. More of a pacifist. Always believe that talking to people and their problems, what their problems is, like, and but we still find a way to fall in love with each other, and we won't. May, you're right. May not really big on me. She's not really big on big weddings, although she was willing, like her parents, be around for the wedding ceremony. Alright, the truth is, it was terrifying. Terrifying. I went in. Well, when I went into that temple, I had no idea what I expect. But I did because I had a duty as an agent. I felt like it was the right thing to do because you're an agent. Because that's how you were trained, right? Yeah, we were taught that as a specialist, you have to. It's your job to defuse a bomb before it goes off. To not and to find a way. We find a way to over the situation. When that mess came out, and it was scary. I didn't know what was happening to me until I came back to base and was put in quarantine. It was. I constantly feel like I'm gonna break some without even trying. I feel like every move I make, every step I make, if I don't, I could cause a massive. I could cause a massive earthquake, and it's terrifying. I don't know. It must be. It must be scary. It must be scary knowing that you have. Yes, and I'm scared that now that I'm enhanced, that people will treat. Now that people know I'm enhanced, they'll treat me differently. Of course, yes. Well, Scott, you should know about you're not the only one who feels this. Everyone that wakes up one day with powers, or given, whether they were born with them or they made them themselves, and not realizing the full extent of them until they first use them. It's a scary process, especially when people that they've been friends with for years or find out about this, and they don't see them or treat them the same way that they did before. It's not a very common, but you should always remember stuff that even though you have these powers, you will always be the same person that you were before. And as for the people that you should consider your friends, you must understand that I'm sure they don't want to treat you any differently. They're just trying to navigate these new waters that they all found themselves in with you. These are different. Every person who develops or receives powers, it's how thanks to that hey, what is that? What's going on here? Hey, wait, this is a second area. Wait, I'm sorry, you must have gotten lost. Well, you see, my family and I are off on a camping trip, and it appears we might make wrong turn. Do you think you can give us some help? Where are you trying to get to, sir? Hi there. What? Saw, dude. How do you see? We have saw, Mister. Sorry, I'm beginning to hack into a security system now. Now, Mr. Hyde. It shouldn't only take a second. Good. Mr. Now, do you think you can open us the door? Shout. Do you think you could? With pleasure, dude. Not bad, dude. Wait, you didn't tell us that what we're doing here, Mr. Hyde. Well, like I told you, we're picking up one more person to join our team, and we'll find he's cooped up here in an asylum. Yeah, but when I say he's very unique. Sally, come on, sit down. According to I reviewed the manifest, it appears that there's only one person who stays in this asylum. That this building has two layers. One layer that's owned by the science, while the lower levels are owned by Sheild. I'm guessing bingo. And there's only one person who stays in the lower levels. And his name is David Angar. David Angar. He was exposed to experimental rays that gave him hypersonic sound wave blasts. Every time he opened his mouth, he used ear-deafening sound that could paralyze a person. And they said that he was here putting his friends, like I was, indeed. And he's been on, greetings, Mr. Angar, I presume. Allow me to my Mr. High. And as for us to consider us your liberators, we're here to help to free you from the oppression of Sheild. And in exchange, we would ask if you would be willing to join our little cause. And what cause is that? The cause is to punish Sheild for how they've been treating us. Been treating us, Boy, what's like we missed one heck of a party here, fellas. So I see. Look at those prison bars. It's like the Hulk tour was open, or someone almost as strong as the Hulk, like Mammoth. Exactly. Are you the Shield agent that could come by? Yes, Are you with the FBI? Yes. My name is Agent Morris. These are my partners, Agent Triplet and Agent Hunter. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on short notice. Thank you for coming. I was told if something like this ever happened, I should call people from your unique department. I'm glad you did. What happened here? Well, I mean, we don't know. All we know is that a few hours ago, a beat up old camping RV drove to our gates. Gates and announced us that we assumed that they were trespassing, and when the outside guards approached them, they were attacked by three highly dangerous individuals. Yes, you got that right. They are dangerous. And there's the leader. There's Mr. High himself. What's he doing? Looks like he's waving to us. Did he? When they broke in, then what happened? When they broke in to us, when they broke into the psychiatrist center, they went to a level that weren't part of our schematics. According from what we can tell, they managed to free only one prisoner that was down there. According to the file, his name is David Engar. Yes, we'll take it from here. David Engar. That's David Engar. Are you sure that's the one that they freed from that place? We're sure, Colson. It's all right here. I was afraid of this. David Engar is one of the most dangerous criminals that Sheild, dangerous enhanced killer that Sheild encountered. That's true. And why wasn't he walked up in the why wasn't he walked up in the big house like the rest of those enhanced of those supervillains that were genetically altered? Because technically, Engar wasn't really a supervillain. Presidents like the Vault, the Cube, the Big House, they're all designed to contain supervillains. David Engar was merely a victim of harsh experimentation by a corrupt science department who funded that science program and gave him the funding to do his illegal experiments. We still don't know to this very day. What we do know is it turned David Engar into a hypersonic killing machine that can kill anyone with his high-pitched screaming. We sent him to Ravencroft. We sent him down to Ravencroft Institute, hoping that a doctor could better analyze the extent of his newfound powers and maybe find a way to cure him. Unfortunately, we never did. So we kept him there ever since. And when Sheild fell, it became another facility. That Sheild today just consider a footnote. Believe me, I'm trying to rectify the situation as best I can. So what's now, boss? It's obvious that Sky's father is assembling a team of some sort to take on Sheild and as retribution for killing Whitehall and according to him, stealing his daughter Sky. So, but as soon as I said, as you return to base, so we can better determine what to do next. With all due respect, sir, if Mr. Hyde is really going to war with Sheild, running and hiding is the best. We should take these guys head on before it gets any worse. Make a fair point. So perhaps I want to do there. Me at these corners here, and I want to do there with a quintet, with a Koenig. I'll let you know as soon as I get right. We'll wait for your wife, sir. Are you okay, Bobby? Huh? What do you mean? What we said? Another. Is this right? With everything going on, Colson failed to help me find the office that William Star was keeping secure until Hydra attacked it. And I promised Commander that I would find it. Look, Colson. I know Colson. He never intends to forget something like this. We'll get to it when time. With everything going on with Sky and everything now. You're right. I just focused on stopping these banned lunatics from causing more. Yeah, but who knows where they end up next? thought we were going after Sheild. Oh, we are. Mm-mm. We're just, we're just, we're just finding the perfect battlefield to restart a little evolution. It was, after all great revolutions start with a group of individuals like yourselves choosing the perfect location to set up our battleground. And from what I learned about Agent Coulson, this town could be the perfect spot to start our fight. Start our fight. Here's here's some coffee, Andrew. Thanks. I see you still. I saw you still know how to make coffee the way I like it. Even though all things change, I still remember the small, simple things like how you like your coffee. Good to know. So how's the treatment going with Sky going? Going very well, actually. But those tips about sharing some personal things of our marriage helped. What can I say? I know her. I know her pretty well. The past few days, I trained her, and it shows. She looks up. She looks up to you. She looks up to you. She has a high deal of respect for you. I taught her how to use an 84 sniper gun, so of course she likes me. Of course she likes me. And you're like, here, last I saw you, you were a shell of your former self. Ever since what happened about Grain, you weren't the same person. I knew you weren't the same woman I fell in love with. Yeah, I know. I know, I still want, I want to keep trying, I wanted to try and help you. I know, and I appreciate it, but the thing is, I thought it would be too complicated if due to our relationship, but that you would become, that I would make you become my shrink, my psychiatrist can say, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. It would be weird if a husband became his wife's psychiatrist due to a certain situation. Yeah. Although it appears that you never needed one, I'm glad to see that you rejoined. You started helping Sheild in the way where you always knew how. I'm a man who enjoyed violence. I'm glad to see that you're back doing what you always want to do. Help support, help people in the only way you know how. I'm happy. Well, at least thank Coulson. If he didn't, at least thank Fury and Coulson. If he hadn't approached me that day, I would have just been stuck in a cubicle still all this time. Yeah, I suppose so. Man, I must say, always really makes me hungry. If you're hungry, maybe let me make you something to eat. Oh, I'm not that hungry. Oh, come on. My cooking is not. My cooking's on very well. Oh, really? Tell me. Has anyone in Shield's new base of yours asked you to cook them something? No. But I rest my case. Oh, really? You don't know what you're talking about. Oh boy, dude. Fitz, what do you think you're doing? You know that machine isn't meant to be used to heat coffee. You all people know this. I'm sorry. I wanted to use the microwave in the lounge room, but it was currently occupied. Come on, Fitz. It's noon. It's not enough agents should be in there right now. I know it, but people were May and Andrew. And I just couldn't stand being in there for that long, waiting for the coffee to heat up. What do you mean? Look, ever since Dr. Garner guy came here, May's acting different. Has like not as May usually does. I mean, she actually laughed, and Andrew made a joke about how May's a bad cook, and really that is very fascinating information. I heard that this Andrew, Dr. Garner fellow, and May were married, but and that things didn't end well between them. But it appears It appears it's a very fascinating information. I wouldn't call it fascinating. I would call it disturbing. In all the years I have known May, I never known her to laugh about these things. Well, there's a lot of things about May we still don't know to this rate, like about what really happened, Mock Rain. Indeed. Indeed, there's also that. Wait, what in the world? Sky. Hey guys, it's coming. Sky. Sky, wake up. Sky, you're having a wake up. Where am I? You're causing another earthquake. Sky, calm down. I'm sorry. I just had a bad dream. Bad dream. Listen. Bad dream. This isn't. According to these new reports, it appears that Sky can even unintentionally use her powers when she dreams. Like if she has a when she did, it must have been she must have some nightmare to do that. Where is Dr. Gone now? He's currently talking to Sky right now after what happened. I bet she is. Tell me, what did she dream about? Oh, you know the usual about the usual type of dreams that you about women might have about women, that type of stuff. Sarcasm. That's what I mean. Sense. Whenever you face a problem or things hurt you, so I use sarcasm as a shield effect stuff. It's a common mechanism to use when a person yourself has been. What do you mean? Look, Scott, I have read the reports. I know that you, before you joined Sheild, you were a foster kid, always moving from home to home, never being able to settle one place until now. And ever since you joined Sheild, and from what I can tell, Sheild it's been one place that you've had the longest. And we are. Look, I'm not. Look, so I know you think I'm babying you, using kid gloves on you, but I'm just trying to help you. I know. You know, like how psychiatrists like me do these things like this in a certain way, but we don't mean any harm. You have to understand. We ask these questions for a purpose of helping you to overcome these obstacles that are put in place around you, to make sure that you can return to your normal routine. You understand that, right? I do, Mr. Garner. Then please. Well, you're right. All my life, I wanted to be part of something, be part of something bigger for myself, and ever since Cole me joined Sheild, I actually got that chance. I actually part of something that bigger than I can possibly imagine. And considering that Sheild is the reason Sheild is one who ran that foster program, keep me safe, for purpose keep me safe, showed me that I owe Sheild everything. I owe them my loyalty. And now that now that you have these powers, you're afraid that these powers might ruin that for you. I do. I had a dream that I was aiming a sniper gun at a Sheild target. You know, it's usually like in the routine. Like ever since May started training me, I have been taking part in missions where I had to use a sniper gun to survey a certain target, take him out if need to. Although I only took out only one person, Donnie Guild, for only person, only because he was gonna kill some friends of mine. And all the others were just knockout shots, not kill shots, of course. You don't see a person that would take out a person just even though something, and that shows your character. You're compassion. I can see that. Fast people don't usually enjoy using such an act unless absolutely necessary. Yes. Now, tell me what happened next in the dream. And then I found myself on the other side of the gun. I ended up being the target, not the other way around. So you're afraid that you will go from an agent to be someone that you no longer be an agent. Yes. I always, ever since from I remember, I wanted to make a difference, help people to do the right thing, and now all these powers are going to ruin that. And it's understandable. Look, I would look. Anybody would feel the way you feel right now. These are scary times. Scary times. But I promise we will find a way through this. I promise. I promise you. I promise you. Uh, I promise. Welcome aboard, Coulson, Agent Privet, Agent Hunter, Morse, Agent Morse. What's the 401 on our targets? We haven't. I'm afraid we lost them, sir. We caught their and crossing the south side of the U.S. border, but we lost track of them intersecting here. Well, as we point out, and unfortunately, they found a way. They're able to hide from our hide from our civilian systems. I must admit, Cal's for Maniac, Cal's pretty smart. He knows that Sheild has tabs on every security camera on the planet, so he knows how to evade them. As well as seeing that he's coming with people that have experience evading Sheild, that makes him even harder to find. Seeing one is a sort of computer hacker. Indeed, indeed, I have no idea where they end up next. So what's next? You know, what I've learned in these situations that when I'm trying to figure out trying to figure out the answer to an impossible question, no matter how impossible, it's better in order to find the answers that you want. It's better to take a few steps back from the assignment, take a breather, and just tell something out. So I see we talk about our feelings, sir. Seems a little too Nancy. Seems a little too Kit Claus, if you ask me. Trust me, these things help. So, tell me, is there anything you guys want to talk about besides the mission? I have something certain. By all means, Agent Morse. When I agreed to join your team to help fight Hydra, I thought that you would help me find the obelisk that Hydra stole from Sheild. But we haven't. I told you, Agent Morse, these things take time. As a hiring you all people should know how these things work. Yeah, but still, the fact remains is a good agent has died trying to keep this obelisk from threats like Hydra, and the fact is that Hydra agents that helped in stealing that obelisk and killing all my friends that they wrote. And I assure you, Agent and Max feels the same way. I'm sorry. You're right, dude. I did promise it, and I haven't neglected that. It's true. One of the things that I hate about my new job is that no matter how hard I try to stay ahead of the enemy, to try to be just a good director as Fury did, as Fury was at the job, to try and be a step ahead of every possible threat that the world has to offer. I'm still having a hard time trying to find the small things in life. I have to admit that being the director of a whole spy organization is different from being in charge of a small unit of citizens. When it comes to handling certain assignments, it's hard to navigate through. But I have to remember that Fury used to be an agent just like me. And I have to believe that, like me, when I first became director, that he had a hard time too. It's about one thing Fury talking about being director, that it's good for you to take a few steps back to try and feel where, always remember who you are, and also think about what on your enemies, like how it'll hurt you. Wait a minute. I think it's fast. Hunter, do you think you can rearrange those cameras to determine what we last found? Yes, boss. According to the cameras, they were last spotted entering this freeway here. That's Highway 407. I know that road. It's the only road that leads from the highway to my hometown, the place I was born, Springvale. Wait, your hometown was Springvale? I always thought you lived in Georgia. An honest mistake. But how does Cal know that you're from there? Well, he used to have a pact with Raina before I had a fallout, and as we all know, Raina used to work for John Garrett, who hid under the alias of the Clairvoyant, who used his Sheild intel to find certain information about me. So perhaps Serena told Cal about some personal information about me, information that he knew he could use against me, like your hometown. So why would he go there? Because this is personal for him. He wants this is more than just about destroying, taking out Shield. This is about his grudge against me and from keeping him away from his daughter. Dude, this is it, and this is where we start our battle. A high school, not just any high school, my friends. This high school was a place where Phil Coulson used to go to when he was a kid, when he was a teenager. This is where he attended high school. I bet you part of Weavon. Some like Coulson actually having a normal life. Right. So this is more than this is personal. Of course, personal. So, that man stole my daughter. Shield stole my daughter from me, and keeps her from me locked up like an animal because of who she is. Because that's kind of like what because we're all enhanced. You see, the difference is between my daughter and all of you. Because you all got your powers from an enhancement that you gave in yourselves. But Sky, she was born. She was gifted with amazing powers, and Shield walks up for it. I need your not just help, but help me. Please help me reunite with my daughter. You unite us with you liberate us from Shield. So as we owe you our freedom. So we will help you. And it's been good. I'm glad to hear that. And I'll need your help in this matter. Angar, a time has come that you that you free you from those shackles around your mouth. All right. This will take a few minutes. Of course, easy. Well, no wait. Let me. Let me do it. Your face is so beautiful. No, easy. Do not say. Make sure that the first word you say counts. Not yet. Yeah, let's go. Hey, who's this guy? He's only he goes to school here. It's the older beat. Be a student. Wait, what's his deal? What's he doing out here? Richmond High School. So this is the place you went to when you were a kid, huh, Coulson? Yes, I must admit, I never thought I would come back here again after all this time. Like I guess have some sentimental value, I suppose. What do you mean, boss? This is where Fury found me. You see, before I was shooting, I was some nerdy high school kid that was obsessed with history, mainly the history involving Shield. And when Fury found out how much of an interest I took in Shield's history, he approached me. He approached me when I was coming out of school, asking me as soon as on the day I graduated from high school. Fury approached me that day, offered me a chance to be part of something bigger than myself, handed me a badge, showed me a badge and everything. Told me that I had potential, that I could make a difference. And on that day, I took up his offer. I chose to be a shield and to protect those from people from things that they cannot hope to understand. To be the shield. Like in a way, this whole experience is brought you full circles. I guess so. Attention, one all. Welcome to the. Here we have welcome, Richmond High. We have a who's was that? Is that Smith? Today we have the hometown heroes here, based off an underdogs. Here we have. This is a very not unusual. Today is the day the underdogs take part in a long-awaited game for justice. For justice, today is the day the underdogs finally had a long-awaited chance to against Shield against the Shield for how they made against Phil Coulson. So why don't we get this game started? I'm assuming first we have the underdogs for the enhanced individual led by me, Calvin, and I'll waiting for it. Next, we have Team Shield. Colston, are you out there? I'm sure you found out over here by now. And I know you're here. We have eyes everywhere. So you mean you spot us? That's not good. Someone's the element of surprise. Come on, Colston. Colston, come out here. Come on. We did some. Come on, come on, Colston. I can't imagine how much we had to go through this to set this whole thing up. I mean, we even managed to get all these kids to participate in our little, they're a little incapacitated right now, but they are still alive. But their fate depends on you. If you refuse to join us, then we'll have to make an example out of them. He's gonna kill those kids. We gotta do something. What's the plan, boss? I think we better radio HQ. I have a feeling we need backup on this. Backup on this. Backup on this. It just feels like I'm gonna explode and I can't stop. And I'm afraid if I let myself go, if I'll get too worked up, I won't be able to stop. Stop. Kind of me, Sky. It's a matter of your emotion. Perhaps have you tried breathing? A simple breathing exercise help calm a man's person when they're stressed or angry. It's a way to alleviate stress and negative emotions. Perhaps have you tried using? Perhaps have you tried? I know I have tried. Many has taught me how to. Those are steps of assurance one time. But this is I don't think. But I think that this in order to fix this problem of yours, this case of yours, I don't think following your old Shield protocols is the way to go. But if I don't, how am I supposed to get on Shield again? Look, in my experience, when dealing with people hoping to fight for Shield, they can get too ahead of themselves. In order to become, if they ever hope to become a Shield, then they have to first master living a normal life, trying to live a life with these powers outside of Shield. I don't know if I can do that. I tried before I joined Shield. I don't know, but my life before Shield didn't really wasn't that great. I mean, I used to live in a van for most of my life. A van. Yes, I understand. But at the same time, when Sky, I'm not doing this. The plane's moving on its own. Must be on its own. Wait here. May when the world's going on here? Why are we moving? Colson radio in. He needs help. Mr. Sky's father is a team of lunatics that have kidnapped a bunch of kids from Colson's old high school. They're gonna kill him if Colson if we don't do something. Colson and he fought to take us right in the middle of it. Come on, May. You know better than anyone that how vulnerable Sky is right now. This I don't think putting her in a situation like this is the best problem. Look, you were in the middle of a session. And I didn't want to bother you. May, come on. This is one of the things I don't like. You always do these things. Well, ask me. I hate when you do these police stunts without asking me. Look, it doesn't matter. You should have told me. You should have came to me before. Hey, what's going on here? I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt your meeting your meeting with Andrew. But we have a problem. But Colson needs our help. It's my father, isn't it? I'm afraid so. What's going on? Apparently, I don't think it's a good idea. Please, I gotta know. Look, your father and a bunch of other lunatics have some kids hostage, and they're gonna kill him if Colson doesn't surrender. So he needs our help. Then put me in the field. Wait, what? Look, it's doing this to bring me out. So I want to give him what he wants. I want to show him. He probably thinks that Shield has been locked up. So I want to show him, throw him off his game. Maybe give us an opening take him out. Take him out. Look, I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, I think with your psychotic, if your abusive father is the last thing as a place you should be hard in your state. Look, I get it. You're concerned that I might lose it back there, but I'm already angry. Look, I'm angry that but no quaking because I'm doing what you're telling me. I'm undermining my emotions. Minding my emotions. I can do this. Look, I mean, come on. What other options do we have? Obviously, how do you? I can't. It's taking too long. We gotta do something. You're right. Look, you three go on the back. Trip, you go to the right. And you see, and Bobby, you see on the back. I'm gonna try and distract them. Okay. Of course, I don't think that's good. Look, just do what I say. We gotta do something. Obviously, gonna kill those people. All right. Very wise and Colson. I'll be honest. I was concerned that you weren't gonna show up. So I was afraid that you weren't the SHIELD agent that I thought you were. Trust me, I'm a bit of the agent you think I am. What do you think? What do you think you're doing, Cal? You think is that gonna make any difference? What do you think this will accomplish for you? I think what it will accomplish is it's going to show the world that SHIELD are the real enemy criminals, not us. Yes, this whole event we set up is a way of us showing the world how SHIELD has always treated people like us. You see, what we did here is the same thing that you've been doing to us all our lives. We inhibited all these kids, all our talents. We hit it. That's totally different. What the talents that these kids have don't danger themselves and them around them and around them. Look, I admit, we didn't. We all of you have been treated. We treat all of you unfairly, but I'm not afraid to admit that she has a bad history of. Hasn't always had the best history on properly handling people with abilities. But what you're doing here is not gonna have anything. It's not gonna fix anything. If anything, it's only gonna make the world hate you even more. Not if you tell them the truth. You are gonna tell the whole world the truth about SHIELD. Tell them how you're gonna tell them how your people really help people like us. Like us. But first, Mister, do you think you can probably check our new guests for weapons? Again, the common weapon for a barbarian like yourself, Coulson. How do you think this is gonna end for you? Do you think this will end with? But we all know this is not about you starting some sort of revolution. This is about you trying to get your daughter back. A daughter that doesn't want to be a part of your life because of the mistakes you made. The mistakes I am perfectly aware of the choices mistakes I made, but I made those mistakes to get my daughter back. And you think this will change anything? Change anything? Change anything? You really think Daisy will still will make this way between you and Daisy different? So this, in fact, all of this will cause Daisy to hate you even more. But I thought her name is Daisy. Her name is Daisy. Sorry, I'm not really discussing that the name of hers. Well, perhaps what you need is more convincing. Mr. King is visiting. Mr. Perhaps needs more easy. Mr. Engard, do you think perhaps we can give Coulson a new Coulson a very simple. Wait, stop it! Stop right there, or stop! Put your hands, or I go. Daisy, oh my daughter, what have I done to you? On you, May, what's going on here? What is this guy doing here? No, relax, Coulson. I know what we're doing. Listen, Cal, listen, Cal. You should know that I put Daisy in the gifted index. She's not a part of it. And we're, I was afraid. Daisy, you see what they're doing to you, my daughter. This is what I'm talking about. They know of your powers, and what do you actually do? I bet you can fly. I bet you can ring. See, What about you're talking to me? Don't tell me I can't talk to my daughter. Look, Daisy, I know how this looks, but I'm doing this. But you must understand. You must see. I warned you what would happen after you went through your mess. How your so-called friends would treat you after you go through the change. But I will not treat. I will love you no matter what. Tell me, what do you do? What do you do? Do you stop? Wait a minute. Tell me, cousin, is this how you treat all your agents? Having your fellows put a gun to my daughter's head? Trust me, this is a new villain to me too. Mm. You know, I don't really perhaps they'll heal you, David Angar. How do you what the what is this? Time to go. No way. What the? Do it now. When I did, I want to move out of you, pal. Get out of here now. Go. Sit back. I'll handle this. Trip now. Oh, those some sharp calls you have there. But better to cut up that pretty face of yours, my dear. No, stop. Stop. Sky. When? Sky, easy, Sky, wake up. Nice and easy. Wait, why is my arm hurt? Because you hurt yourself, Sky. According to you may have been able to keep yourself from quaking the whole city, but you were unintentionally causing my small disruptions in frequencies inside your body. You causing your bones causing you to break up your organs. These things I put on your hands should help minimize the pain and help you heal, but apparently all you've done was cause the quakes to be inside you, so hurting yourself. So you mean I never really, I can't I still can't believe I still can't believe you did that, May. How could you put Sky in danger? I was afraid something else would happen. Look, I had no idea that Sky was hurting herself. Look, I thought I was helping her. Well, apparently not. Apparently not. You see, this is the reason why I stopped working for Sheild, for Sheild, because as much as you claim to do to help people with abilities, you still let things like these messages happen. I mean, if anything, this whole conversation between Sheild and those enhanced individuals is proof of that. I was right, Mona. Sheild hasn't changed one bit. But I'm sorry, I can't help you anymore. But what about Sky? Look, I made my assessment already. I already gave my report to Agent Coulson. And it states that I think Sky is removed from active duty completely. This life isn't right for her until she can properly keep these powers under control. Even then, I don't think that she's to be anything anymore. Come on, and you don't mean that. Look, I've seen the footage. I've seen the reports. From what I can tell, Sky's good. She's done a lot of good work for this agency. But as long as she poses danger more to herself than to others, then I don't think this is the right place for her anymore. I'm sorry, that's my report. And what about us? Man, you made it pretty clear that there is no future with us anymore. I try my best to help you through this, but I can only help if people like you are willing to let me in, and as long as you undermine my guidance and do these things, I don't think there's a chance for any of us anymore. I'm sorry. Me too. Me too. Me too. Oh, so you want to see me? Yes, Gemma. Come in. I'm listening. That's Dr. Garner's report on Sky. Yeah, it says that he believes that Sky's removed from Shield duty completely. And what do you think? I think that I don't have a choice. I believe Sky's a great agent. And she has helped, and she has have helped support Shield's goals on numerous occasions. Help put Shield up many times. And although I think that it would be that's a mistake to take her off duty, I also don't want to put her life in danger anymore. Hers and the rest of the members of my team. Seems to me you have a hard choice to make. But anyway, what I brought you because I want to know on your report on after analyzing Sky's genetic test you. As you know, Coulson, she has always had a record of two types of enhanced individuals. There are those like my Pearson that have been enhanced due to cybernetic upgrades or biological experimentation that have been done on their body to enhance their body chemistry. But in the case of mutants, their powers came from they were born with those powers. And Sky, Sky's I'm afraid is something totally different. True, she was born with these abilities, but her powers only manifested after she was exposed to that mist. Her powers weren't activated due to an emotional situation or like most young mutants, their powers only manifest when they're in a stressful situation. So for now, I'm putting Sky in the periodic power scale in the center here. And what about Sky's problem? How are you gonna help her manage stop her from hurting herself? I don't know. I'm working on me and Fitz are working on dividing these bracelets to help stop Sky from using her powers or unintentionally using her powers to hurt herself. But they're currently healing her. I don't know. I'm working on more advanced models to help her stop her from hurting herself as well at the same time. That's good. So, and Gemma, do you think we keep these meetings between us confidential? Of course, sir. Thank you. Thank you.